Now that Pathfinder Gallowspire Survivors is officially out, I can finally talk and show you some things I've been dying to show you, because honestly, I really enjoy this game. My thanks to the folks at Vicarious PR and BKOM Studios for the key we're using to play. Yes, this game is good. I enjoy it. I'm not going to tell you it is the best bullet heaven game out there in the world. And honestly, I kind of think it does need a little more content. But I will tell you that what's here is pretty good. And man, oh man, we are going to go into a few things today, but primarily I want to give you my build because honestly, it's good. I'm not saying it's the best, but if you want a wizard build that is going to absolutely annihilate everything, well, let's talk about that before we get into some other stuff. So we are going to be doing some double duty in this video. First things first, let's talk about the wizard build. Here you go. Force Barrage is your starting spell attack, basic attack. You can't change it. Embrace it, it's good. Don't worry about it. Basically, if you want to go the crazy fire build, you need Fireball, Flame Vortex, and Falling Star. The kind of thing that sucks about all three of those spells is they just go to a random enemy. But trust me, once you get it moving, it's not going to be that big a deal. If you really want to make this work, the next thing you need is Essence Extraction, because you need to get as many levels as possible so you can be pushing all those upgrades. Never mind, by the time you finish out all your various skills and upgrades, then you'll just start getting a bunch of money, which will only help further down the road as you are trying to upgrade all your potions. The next two are kind of your flex spots, and you can pick whatever you want. I like Fast Recovery because I like to get some health regeneration going. By the time that's maxed out, it'll be about an extra 2 health per second. And I do like Fleet because I like movement speed, because if I move fast enough, I don't get hit. And at the very least, you can also get to chests faster so you can get more upgrades. But those are flex spots. The last one, and this one is absolutely required, is Immolation. Your fire spells apply burning, dealing an additional 129.66% damage over 3 seconds. Do some math real quick. Fireball is currently doing 98, call it 100. It deals an additional 130% damage. Fireball is now going to do 230 damage, even though it's listed at 100. That right there is why this particular build will get you through your first few bosses of the game without any problem, at least, probably by the time you've put some points into your wizard character. Now, I should tell you, I don't think I can show you... Ooh, hi, free stuff. Well, not free stuff, but upgrades. Let's do Immolation. I'm fine with that. I'd show you my levels real quick, but I'll see if I can save that till the end of the video, because I do want to show you how upgraded my wizard is, because she is not baseline right now. I will tell you that much. She is not baseline. So she definitely has some stats, some skills, some perks, all the things going on that are going to make her more effective than you're going to get the very first time you sit down and play. Because believe you me, I have been playing. I just, you know, as we kind of start to just talk more about this game and anything else kind of in the genre or the subgenre, I don't know how you want to describe bullet heaven games, but I absolutely love these kinds of games. And I can't even tell you why, other than, I don't know, it's just, they're a lot of fun. I mean, sometimes I think it's about just having something that you can sit down and play and kind of turn off your brain a little bit, or at least only use a certain element of it. I mean, this is a little different than playing a survival game or something like that, where you have to focus on about a bajillion and one different things. Instead, you're really just kind of focusing on, all right, don't run into all the things so that you die, and make sure that you hit all the other things with your own things so that they die. I don't know. I don't even have to sit here and think about aiming or anything, although I do like a game that lets me aim, because sometimes I don't want the game to aim for me because I know where I would rather have my shots go. So for right now, we are going to just continue on as we blast through here and kind of talk a little bit about some of the updates this game has seen. So by the time this video posts, I'm actually recording this a couple days in advance, so it's entirely possible there will be another update that's going to kind of change what you're seeing right now compared to what actually is available in Steam the moment it launches. And I mean, I kind of hope there is one, just because what I have seen so far by way of the updates, I'm very happy with. The most significant change that I have seen And, ooh, this is weird. I don't know why I sometimes get 3. I think it means that one of the things that came up is all the way leveled up, but I can tell you right now, nothing is all the way leveled up. So I've seen that happen a couple times, but never at this stage of the game, so that's weird. Why am I only getting 3 now? I don't know. That seems like something's wrong here. I don't know. That's a new thing. I have not run into that before. I hope that goes away, because that is going to make it a little more difficult for me to be able to upgrade these things if you're not going to give me more choices. Fine, we'll take speed. Anyway, oh man, that kind of threw me for a loop there. Yeah, there we go. Now we're back to normal. That's fine. I don't know what was going on there. I wonder if it's like some sort of weird bonus thing going on. I don't know. I mean, we picked up the potion to collect everything, so I don't pretend to understand. Anyway, the big change that I kind of wanted to mention is that at some point this game had an update along the way, and as we go open another chest, I'm going to show you, or tell you rather, I guess, the specific change that I just, it gives me hope for this game in the long term. Because, you know, we all talk about early access games, and do the developers listen to us, the players? And you get some games where they do, and some games where they don't, and, you know, there's perfectly valid reasons for any of those instances. But this one is such a good one. So, crap, it goes away too quickly. So if you notice the numbers there, you have 1 to 4, 6 to 11, what is it, 12 to 16, 17 to 19, and 20, I think are the ranges there. Did I get that right? Yeah, look at that. If you go back to a previous video I posted in one of the older builds of the game, I'm going to kind of wander around and not pay attention to what I'm doing, so forgive me for a second. Let's take that one. The old ranges were 1 to 6, 7 to 11, 12 to 17, 18 to 19, and 20. It's not a huge difference, but it's such a significant change as a player. It feels so much better that when you roll a 5, you get 2 upgrades, or two we'll call it things out of the chest, because it's not always an upgrade, it could be money, rather than only getting 1. Like, seriously, it's a huge deal, and that 17 now will get you 4? I mean, 20 is 20, and 20 is always going to be 20, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. But it's everything else. Oh, it's a significant change, and it really might not seem like it, but if you stop and do the math, it means a lot more upgrades for the player over time. Like, it really, truly is an important change, and it's one of those things that, I mean, you start talking about the stuff that developers do for their games. I don't know, man. How many times do you see in a game like, I don't know, any game, where the devs actually make it a little friendlier for the player? You get more stuff? Like, seriously. Oh yeah, let's take that one. We need to pump that one all the way up. To me, it's just, it truly gives me a little bit of hope for the long term of this game. Because that's the sort of change that is going to keep your players playing. I mean, you still got to have a range there, so that, you know, 25% of the time you're only going to get 1 thing out of the chest. And that's perfectly acceptable. 25% is much better than 35% or whatever that is at 7. I don't feel like doing the math. You do the math and tell me. So, I don't know, man. I look at this and I'm like, oof. I'm pleased with that. I really, truly am. And I can't talk about how much better it feels as a player. Like, it is such a big difference. It really is. You know, the rest of the stuff is all kind of standard, I think, insofar as anything is standard within the idea of the subgenre we've created by way of Vampire Survivors, you know, obviously starting with Magic Survivors and everything else. I mean, I play a lot of these games. If you look at what I have posted on the channel, oh man, I don't even remember all the ones I've played. Scarlet Tower is probably my current overall favorite. That one is just really good. I don't know, it works for me, what can I say? But Demon Book, Spell Slayers, that's really good. Vampire Survivors, obviously, is just excellent. Project Lazarus, I really like as well. Brotato is just, that's a different kind of game, really. But I love me some Brotato. I mean, really, pretty much all the ones I've played. I haven't shown Halls of Torment on the channel yet. That's a really good one, too. I would be willing to put this one right now up with those pending some additional content being added. I do feel like progression in this game is a little on the slow side. Oh, that's a big upgrade. Look at that. An additional 38 damage. That was almost a 40% damage upgrade right there. That's huge. Plus the additional meteor. Like, that's going to be massive. I mean, I have no problems with how the game plays. And honestly, I have not gotten through the last boss at this point, so I'm working on it. I mean, technically, I haven't even gotten to him, I don't think. I'm not... Or no, maybe I did. No, I did. I did get to... Well, I got to who I think is the last boss. But since I haven't gotten through him, I don't know if it is indeed the last boss. Progression is a little on the slow side. I feel like maybe progression in Vampire Survivors or something has been a little faster, but... You know, it's kind of hard to say because the way you progress in this game is different than those games. This game is set up much more like a traditional pen and paper RPG, obviously because it has the Pathfinder legacy attached to it, which, I mean, that is saying something. Oh gosh, this reminds me of a couple of other changes I need to mention that have been geared towards the player rather than geared towards, you know, making you hate life while you're playing the game and wondering why you spent the money. But I don't know, it's different. You upgrade each character, and then you upgrade the potions that you find, which are kind of your overall generic upgrades that apply to everyone, whereas obviously the character one is going to be specific to whoever you're playing. Yes, please. 20% is huge. That's like a good couple of upgrades on its own. I mean, I'll almost always take the legendary upgrade over anything, even if something else, you know, pushes like an extra missile or something. I mean, the legendary, it's basically worth 4 or 5 upgrades, so you probably should take it. Just like you should probably take the epic ones if you don't have anything better available. But because of the way you upgrade characters individually and then upgrade the potions which apply to everyone, you don't have an overall upgrade of, like, you know, increasing your magnet range, you know, your pickup range. You don't have an overall increase the health pool of all the characters at the same time, increase the defense of all the characters at the same time, blah, blah, blah. You don't really get that, and that's neither here nor there. That's just a design decision. And honestly, I'm okay with it. But it does mean that things are a little slower when you're trying to upgrade because you have to upgrade each of your characters one at a time. I'm going to take damage instead of health. We don't need it right now anyway. And that's kind of the hard part, is if you don't have a lot of time to put into games, I mean, it can be a bit of an ask to sit down and, you know, play through hours and hours at a time to upgrade your character. For me, I have upgraded each character to level 2.5-ish. I think maybe pretty close to 3. But the wizard here, she is up at, I forget if she's at 4 or 5. Because I just kind of was like, you know, I think I should probably just commit to one character. That way I'm not spreading my efforts around and not seeing much for return. And for the most part, I would say that this has been working pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with what I've seen. Did we really get... Maybe we did finish Essence Extraction. Yeah, we did. Right, I didn't realize that. I take it back. It's working fine. Although that is something that I want to mention. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second when you only get 3 choices. It's because we finished out Essence Extraction, so we're getting an extra 100% Essence from monsters when they die. It really seems to me like it would be a good change, and I'm asking you, please, 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 fine folks, to, instead of giving us only 3 choices, add a new one to the pool. If Essence Extraction equals done, add a new one to the list. That's all I'm asking. As a player, it would feel so much better. I want to have 4 options until I get to the point where I literally only have 3 upgrades available. Once I'm down to 3 upgrades, obviously, give me 3. Or if you want to give me an option for picking money instead, that's great too. Other games have done that, but, you know, if I've upgraded a thing all the way, come on, man. Let me continue to upgrade. Don't make me choose between 3 things when I could be missing out on a legendary choice or an epic choice for the magical 4th item that is not available. I mean, it's a minor complaint, but it would be really nice. Anyway, let's move on. I think this might be the next boss fight. Honestly, I've kind of lost track. Yep, we're going to the library with the Crying Kings. Once upon a time, a kingdom burned. We stood against the Emperor for our people, but the acid washed us clean of our wretched cares. Foul creature, former king, stand against the tyrant once more. He showed us a better way. Now we are his vassals, eternal. And they are going to get wrecked, eternal. So we'll start with the red guy because he is the one who decided to step forth and volunteer his body to be destroyed for science. Thanks for that. Moving on to the next guy. Greenie, how you doing? We are now fighting Cause, or some say Cosm. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, man, go play Bloodborne. Anyway, blue guy here is going to get wrecked. He's almost done. And now let us transition to the big old stupid boss fight with all of them at once. And we'll just kind of share some spells to each of them. There you go. So we'll let our ultimate recharge as these guys slowly get wrecked. And yes, some additional potions would probably be a good idea. And I'm going to have to play a little more cautiously here because we are taking a good chunk of damage and don't have our health regen up enough. But that's okay. We're still fine-ish so long as we maintain some more distance. That's kind of the catch here. If we can maintain the distance, we'll be fine. There we go. We got a red potion. We're good. We'll collect all these things so that we can get some upgrades. There we go. We'll definitely take Falling Star, because when you wish upon a Falling Star, you wreck everyone. It's fantastic. Sure, we'll take the Force Barrage. Let's get our boss chest. Come on. Good roll, good roll, good roll. Give me something good. 15's not bad. We'll take the epic run speed. That's fine. An additional 2%, and Fireball got a pretty good jump. And an additional missile with Force Barrage. Let us move on. To the next floor. We are going into floor 7. This is maybe one of my complaints with the game if I want to kind of start to get nitpicky. The areas don't look much different to me. And I realize they do look different, but they don't look much different to me. And I don't know, maybe it's just because every map seems to kind of have just, I guess, an infinite expanse, and then all of the walls and things are kind of the same general shape. I don't know, some more round things, triangular, whatever, some changes in elevation, anything like that would be really, really nice. Just something to kind of help mix things up a little bit would be really good, because they do feel kind of samey to me. I mean, I don't know, it's not the end of the world. The way a lot of the other games work, you basically pick a level and you play through it the whole time. So that we're going from floor to floor to floor, which is really kind of a change from the way a lot of the other games work. That is one difference already, and that we're getting a different look every few floors. I mean, it's just, I really wish they would kind of embrace and go like, let's really make it look different. And maybe it's just because I have too many fire effects going on. And maybe it's because I've played through these maps so many times, I'm kind of used to what they look like. But I don't know. Again, it's a small complaint. It really is. I'm not upset by it, and it wouldn't be enough to make me not buy the game or anything. Like, not at all. The game is much better than that. So that's really not an issue. It's just like, look, if you really want me to try to find something to whine about, that's kind of it, really. I mean, I've mentioned, you know, the whole thing about give me 4 upgrades. But really, I mean, I don't know. We're talking such minor things here. And when we've already seen good changes, I don't know, I kind of feel pretty confident that we'll see some more good ones. I'm not too worried about it. Should probably start working on health regen a little more, but I don't know, I mean, I kind of like glass cannon builds in games, so I'm fine with going a little glass cannon-y here. Oh boy, 3 rares, huh? Let's go with Force Barrage is not a good one. Let's go with Flame Vortex. You know what? Let's go with Immolation, because that one's almost done, and we can get that one out of the list. That'll be fine. And we'll take that rare upgrade anyway off of Force Barrage. Force Barrage is getting close to being done, I think. Immolation is going to be done pretty soon. I think it taps out at 200. Yeah, anytime we can take Falling Star, we should. Because once you get that one fully upgraded, holy crap, dude. I mean, if you've not been paying attention to it, look at how many meteors are falling down and bashing everyone. And then, you know, we'll take a look here the next time we have an upgrade. and see what sort of damage it's doing, you're going to have to do some math to figure it out. It's ridiculous. So let's see, we'll take Immolation. That's going to get us up to 198% additional damage. We can call that 200 if you want to make your math easier. Get your pen and paper handy, kids. We're going to do some math. Or get your calculator ready. I don't really care. Do whatever you need to do. This ain't a classroom. You can use a calculator. I don't care. We're talking basic arithmetic. There you go. 219 plus 8. That is going to be 228 times 200%. That is how much damage each of those meteors is doing. You tell me, is that effective? I would argue that yes. Yes, it is. Ooh, an epic one. Yeah, let's take that. I was just saying we need to focus on some health a little bit. There you go. We'll do it. I will stand by my word. We'll do it. Man, it feels so good when you roll a crap 5, but you still get 2 upgrades. Legitimately, man. Feels really good. Oh yeah, give me that one. We're up to 12 projectiles with Falling Star. Oh yeah, and we're up to 13 with Force Barrage. One of the fun things I noticed too is the time will stop if you're opening a chest before you're supposed to go to the next floor. You can go run around if you want, and you can go collect some more stuff. You can even go... Look at that, perfect. You can even go run down to another chest, and the game will happily let you do it, and when your time runs out, it'll move you. So if you are really looking to min-max, that is one of your ways to do it. I mean, all you have to do is just go run around a bit beyond your timer that is trying to tell you to move, and you will continue to get some upgrades, and you'll make things better. Probably talk real quick about the quest log. I'm going to end up hiding it here, but just so you can see. Have finished all 3 of them, so kill 50 elites. That took me two plays through. Stay immobile for 59 seconds, consecutive seconds. You do that at the start of the game, you're fine. Clear 5 floors? Yeah, I can do that in 1 playthrough easy. I don't remember how much each of those are going to be worth, but they're going to result in some coins and some experience. I think you get coins for them. Crap, no, I can't remember all of a sudden. I don't know, for the most part, I've been okay with those. Maybe they're not the greatest. Sure, let's take a 666 percentage. It's going to get us up to 204, and then I think that's going to finish out Immolation. I think it's 200, not 300%. And then seeing all these things flying around reminds me that I was going to talk to you about another change that was really good. And that is the targeting on all of those things that are flying around. So you notice that there are a couple of different kind of missiles that are flying at us. Oh, it must be 300%. Let's keep pushing. So I'm going to try and find here. You got these red guys flying around and then those blue guys. The red ones are kind of heat-seeking, as are these green ones. But those blue missiles, which are a little more, I don't know, missile-like and not skull-like, those ones are not heat-seeking. Hi, thanks, cat. I need to move my mouse now so that you don't do things that I don't want you to do. It used to be that those skulls, as I'm calling them, the ones that are heat-seeking, they used to just go right after you, and they were a nightmare. I mean, I can remember dying early on floor 2 because of those things, and I just could not get away from them fast enough. I was pretty upset with that too, let me tell you. Well, thankfully that doesn't happen now. You'll see they kind of take a much longer turn to get to you. It's kind of like turning a battleship or something. They don't move around very fast in terms of their turn. They move quickly generally, but their turns, their heat-seeking ability is limited by their turning radius, which means that you now have time for your partner, as well as your main character, to attack those things, to hit them with some sort of an attack, and get rid of them, therefore meaning you're not going to take any damage. It's great. I mean, you're still going to get hit. Don't worry about it, you will. But you're not going to get steamrolled like you were. And maybe there's a middle ground for these. Maybe they should move a little faster. They should turn a slightly tighter circle. I think I would be okay with that, honestly. But where they were initially, too fast. Like, it was too much. Especially, like, you look at right now, how many of these dumb things are flying at us? Oh my gosh. Hey, look at that, a Lego movement speed, 4%. Oof, not bad. Not bad at all. Here, let's keep pushing on Falling Star, because that one is my bread and butter spell right there. That is the one that is going to do the work, the meat and potatoes, the whatever sort of food metaphor, analogy, simile, etc. you want to use, you go for it. By all means. Let's take fast recovery. We need to start pushing that health now. And we'll go and scoop up some more of those guys. Man, we are just grabbing all the potions right now. We are done. Let's move on to the next floor. We're just going to keep pushing through. I'm going to run out of things to talk about, but that's fine because we are going to end up doing a very long play of this game because I have been dying to show you what's going on beyond the first boss. All right. Fighter friend who was attached at the hip, you need some healing. Sure, we'll take Fireball. And then we'll take Fleet. That's fine. We're getting pretty close to finishing out some more of these abilities. I should tell you that I have gotten to the point that I have indeed upgraded everything in a single playthrough, so I expect that we'll get there. I mean, it is a little weird. I'm playing on the Steam Deck while recording this, so if the game looks a little ugly compared to the initial video I posted, that's why. Again, just a reminder, I'm actually playing on the Steam Deck, and I'm playing through OBS, basically, which is not advised. You should never play through OBS. But because I don't really, because I have this plugged into HDMI out, I don't know, this is how I'm playing. I'm playing in game mode. I could put it in desktop mode, but that just brings with it its own weirdness, so not really going to worry about doing that. But anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Honestly, I play this game on Steam Deck, and it's a little different when you're looking at a 7-inch screen versus looking at... Well, I'm playing on a very large monitor right now, so it does look a little different, I will grant you that, but honestly, I don't care, man. The majority of the Bullet Heaven games I have played, the majority of the hours, the great majority of the hours have been on Steam Deck. Like, to me, it's almost just the perfect device for that kind of game. It works really well. Look at that, just rip through all those skull things that were coming over like nothing. Gotta love it. Alright, we should be getting more chests. Let's go focus on that. Sure, take some more Fireball upgrades. Hadouken and all those things. I'm good with that. That and Fiber. You know, Sagat. Fiber! Fiber! Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of those things that I can never unhear when playing those games in my younger days. And I liked playing as Sagat. He was fun. I like the flying knee attack. Good stuff. Sure, we'll take that. That gets us really close to 1 health a second. You know, I think if I remember correctly, you do have a kind of baseline regeneration on your character by way of your Constitution score. So that's going to be, that additional 1 per second is kind of in addition to what we're getting off of the base character. Now, I do need to kind of stop goofing around here and pay a little more attention because we have taken some damage, but there's a red potion right there. There's some healing and some temporary health. And I guess I haven't really talked about the potions. I wasn't quite sure in my initial video how they worked, and I have a much better understanding now. Each potion has multiple upgrades to it, and when I say that, I guess I should say it has multiple effects to it, and I'm not sure I'm going to remember all of them off the top of my head. But the red potion will just straight up give you some health back. It's a healing potion, but it's also going to give you a little bit of health regenerated over a handful of seconds. Here's our next boss, a Stravik. Ah, how I yearn to stretch my wings and fly once more, but this vast eternal prison of mine is yet too small. I feel my wings withering away. How unfortunate. Unfortunate for me, yes. Fortunate for you. If I were to take the skies once more, you would not have a chance. Not any hope at all. Okay, so I don't really know how to fight this guy. I'm not, let's see, I see you getting ready to punch. I'm trying to watch for everything that's going on. Tail is going next. Nope, hand. Right hand, there it goes. It's weird having this complete top-down angle rather than having a sort of isometric one. Don't grab me. I don't know, whatever you're doing, don't do it. I mean, he's already down at half health, so whatever we're doing is working, but I'm a little worried about being able to get through here with all of this poison crap everywhere. We really need some health potions. And I don't see any of those coming in. This is really bad. Goodness, guys, I need some health potions. Oh, fighter guy's falling down. Let's pick him up. There you go. Pick her up, rather. Not him. Yeah, we need more health, because I'm going to die here, and I'm not going to make it to the end. I feel like an idiot now. I could not do it. I've gotten past this guy before. I can, I believe it. I know I can. There are worse fates than falling to my might, mortal. A true contender would not stop striving for victory, no matter the cost. Well, thank you, Tarbathon. Anyway, we got some experience. We got some gold. We got through a lot of enemies. There you go. Katrina is level 4. So let's go and grab some money. Let's grab some experience. Let's grab all those things. Kill 5 bosses. That's going to take a minute to get through, but it does come with some upgrades. Stay immobile for 79 seconds and get an upgrade point. Yes! Any potion active for 270 seconds and get multiple upgrades. Yes, yes, and yes! Holy crap, dude. Those are amazing. I haven't seen any of those yet. So we got 1 point available. I told you I like glass cannons. Oh, we're at max right now because she needs another level. My bad. I guess that means... nope, I don't want that one. My bad. Constitution. And then we'll see if we can do some talent upgrades here so you can just kind of see where she is. Prodigy is at 2. Shield is at 1. Singular Focus. I don't really use that one because I don't stand still. Fire Mastery. A lot of these we just cannot do anything with. Like Singular Focus we can, but we don't have enough points. And then everything else, yeah, we're kind of stuck there. And then potions. As I was trying to say, here you go. Potion. The healing potion has healing, regen, and temporary HP. The speed one gives you movement speed, cooldown reduction, and some evasion. Armor gives you armor. Well, I should say oak. Gives you armor, some resistance to negative effects, and some thorns, if that makes sense to you. The fire breath one is just straight up damage, some armor penetration, so more damage, and increase the size of the cone. And then the blue one is your magnet, so increased magnet radius, chance for additional essence drop, and a chance to double the essence that has dropped. All good stuff. I feel really, really bad I couldn't make it past the dragon. I'll have to post another video where I can show you that, yes, this build is good. But as I said, it is kind of glass cannon-y. But that's how I roll. Catch you on another one, Dylan. Thanks for watching. See you later.